For decades, Denzel Washington has been the embodiment of power, grace, and moral strength on screen. Whether playing a heroic cop, a flawed leader, or a man wrestling with faith, his performances have earned him universal respect and 2 Academy Awards, making him one of the greatest actors of his generation. But as the Hollywood legend turns 70, fans are discovering a far more somber truth behind the glitz and glory. Beneath the calm voice, dignified presence, and endless confidence lies a man who has endured deep personal pain, silent battles, and heartbreaking loss that few ever realized. Born in Mount Vernon, New York on December 28, 1954, Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. came from humble beginnings. His father, a Pentecostal minister, and his mother, a beauty salon owner, raised him with strict discipline and unwavering faith. But when Denzel was just 14, his parents' marriage fell apart, an event that would shape him forever. "That separation changed my life," he later confessed. "I was a lost boy for a while." The young Washington began to drift, hanging around the wrong crowd, until one of his mother's friends predicted something extraordinary. "That boy is going to speak to millions." She was right, but not without struggle. Before Denzel became a global icon, he endured years of rejection and frustration. He was often told that black actors couldn't lead major films and that his intensity made him too serious for Hollywood's tastes. Yet Denzel refused to compromise his values or chase fame through scandal. "I wasn't going to play a fool just to get a job," he said once. That moral backbone earned him respect, but it also meant losing out on roles, friendships, and career opportunities early on. His big break came with Glory in 1989, where his portrayal of a defiant ex-slave won him his first Oscar. Then came Malcolm X, 1992, Training Day, 2001, and Fences, 2016, performances that showed the world Denzel's unmatched emotional power. But even as his career soared, his personal life was marked by grief and quiet suffering. Those close to Washington describe him as deeply private, a man who rarely lets anyone see his pain. He has faced the pressures of fame, the toll of long hours, and the burden of being a role model in a world quick to tear down its heroes. "People think I have it all," he once said, "but they don't know the price that comes with peace." One of the deepest heartbreaks in Denzel's life was the loss of his father in 1991. The two had grown distant after his parents' divorce. And when his father passed away, Denzel was too busy filming Malcolm X to attend the funeral. "I never really got to say goodbye," he admitted years later, his voice breaking. That still hurts. It's a wound he's carried quietly ever since, one that often fuels his most emotional performances about fathers, faith, and forgiveness. Then there's the physical toll of his career. At 70, Denzel's once effortless energy has begun to fade. Long days on movie sets, grueling action roles, and years of emotional performances have left their mark. Fans noticed he appeared frailer during recent appearances, walking with a slight limp and seeming more reflective than ever. Though he hasn't publicly discussed any specific illness, sources close to the actor say he's been slowing down and turning his focus toward family and faith. "He's tired," said one longtime friend. "He's done so much for so long, and it's catching up with him." He's not sick, but he's not the same Denzel we knew 20 years ago. Washington's faith has always been his foundation. He's often spoken about his belief that his career is part of God's plan. "Put God first in everything you do," he told a graduating class in one of his famous commencement speeches. But that spiritual devotion came after years of internal war. Denzel has admitted to battling doubt, anger, and guilt over the years, about lost friends, family strain, and his absence as a father while chasing his career. He and his wife, Pauletta Washington, have been married for over 40 years, an extraordinary achievement in Hollywood. But even their relationship wasn't free from hardship. "Marriage is hard work," he once said. "There were times when we didn't like each other very much, but we made a choice to stay." Their enduring bond, built on faith and forgiveness, has been one of the few constants in his life. The tragedy of Denzel Washington isn't one of scandal or downfall. It's one of sacrifice and silent pain. The actor who inspired millions to believe in discipline, faith, and moral strength has spent much of his life confronting the ghosts of his past, loss, regret, and the heavy cost of greatness. He has often said that fame is not what people think it is. "The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets," he revealed. "And when you fall, the fall is longer." Despite his immense success, Denzel has never forgotten where he came from, nor the pain that shaped him. In recent years, Washington has shifted his focus from acting to mentoring young filmmakers and actors, including his protege Chadwick Boseman, whom he quietly helped fund through drama school. When Boseman passed away, Denzel was devastated. "He was like a son," he said. That loss cut deep. Now, at 70, Denzel Washington faces his most human role yet, that of a man looking back on his legacy, his faith, and his mistakes. "I've done a lot of things I'm proud of," he said recently. "But the greatest thing I've done is trying to be a better man every day." For fans, it's heartbreaking to see their hero grappling with time, loss, and reflection. But perhaps that's what makes him so powerful, the vulnerability behind the strength. Because for all his awards and accolades, Denzel Washington's real greatness has always been his humanity. He showed the world that even the strongest souls carry scars, and that true courage isn't just about winning battles on screen, but surviving the ones no one ever sees.